This is the Soss UltraLatch, a unique push-pull lock set. And today we're going to show you how to install one. There's 4 things you have to determine when you're buying the door. First thing we'll determine is the back set, which is measured from here to the center of the door. 2 3/4. Next we will measure the thickness of the door here. That's 1 3/8 inches. You also need to know the passage and the finish. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to determine the push. We're going to push on the push side to determine which side the hinges are on. That tells us right or left hand. Hinges are on the left. We have a left hand door. This is how you will receive your UltraLatch by Soss. Inside you will find instructions and template. You'll find your variety of strike plates and everything else you need. Okay, good. Here we have a door today that's been prepped from the factory with the bore hole and the mortise for the bolt. The next thing we need to do is drill a 9/32 hole above the bore hole so that the UltraLatch has a place to fit. Here we have a drill guide from Soss, which is recommended for multiple uses. And in using this, first thing we need to do is remove our chassis assembly, because we're going to use 1/2 of this while we do the installation of the 9/32 hole. We will separate it as you see. Now, we'll take our drill guide and insert it into the hole. Here we'll take our chassis, we'll invert it, put it into the back side. Take our screws, insert them in to our chassis, and screw them in. Installed it. I'm going to check the door for plumb. As you can see, the door is plumb. If it wouldn't be, then you'd have to go to bullet points. Now we will lay our level across the top and just adjust it until the latch is level. Once the latch is level, we go ahead and secure the screws. Now we'll drill the cross hole. We're going to drill halfway through. Now I'm going to remove the drill guide from this side and repeat the same step on the other side. And we will repeat the same thing on this side. Okay, now we'll check for level. The unit's level. We'll go ahead and secure it back up. Now we'll drill the 9/32 hole through halfway. Now we'll remove the screws. Next thing we'll do is install the bolt. The bolt has a radius edge, and that radius edge always goes on the push side. So we'll insert this like so. And then it comes with a decorative cover plate that we'll insert. And now we'll insert 2 number 8 screws, hold in place. Now we will install the chassis. Again, our door today is a left-hand door. The UltraLatch is shipped from the factory. for left-hand doors. If you happen to be installing into a right-hand door, this is how you would switch over the UltraLatch to a right-hand door. The first thing we will do is remove these 3 screws and separate the assembly. Once we have removed the 3 screws, we separate the 2 halves, and what you have now is the unirose and the chassis. In order to switch this now to right hand, we're going to remove the 2 screws at 10 o'clock and 4 o'clock from the chassis. We will remove the chassis from the unirose and simply rotate it 180 degrees and locate back into position, then tightening up the screws again at 10 o'clock and the 4 o'clock position. Now you've just switched the unirose chassis assembly from a left hand to a right hand door. Chassis comes shipped from the factory for a left hand swing. Now we will disassemble. And when we're installing, next thing we'll do is pull the pin that comes from the factory. And you'll want to make sure that your spring on your cam is in place. Okay, now we'll install the push side. When installing, you want to slightly depress the cam.
Yeah.
And that'll slide into place. We'll install this onto here. And then we'll take 3 screws. Insert them in here. And then just snug them up. Finish tightening. Then we're just going to double check, make sure that the unit is still level, which it is. Now we'll install the pins. And we'll install the cover. Now we'll install the handle. As you can see, it's got the radius side that always goes to the hinge side. We lay it flat and we insert it pin. Once it's onto the pin, we rotate this up, and then we take our pin here, insert it into the. Okay, we're done with that side. Now we'll repeat the same steps on this side. We'll insert the pin. Now we'll put on the cover. And now we'll insert the handle. We'll insert this in, rotate it up, take our pin, install in there. Take our screwdriver. Tighten it up. Then actuate both sides. Make sure everything's right. Now we'll install the strike plate. Insert the screws. And tighten them up. Now we'll close the door. Make sure everything works. Door latches. Check our lock.